Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. It's Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, and this is part 9 of this collections unboxing. The theme of this one is going to be Good Girl. Good Girl covers modern and golden age and some silver as well. It's like a pretty much all the different eras, actually, even Bronze Age. I think, yeah, it's like all the different eras. Let's get right into it. First with the modern era. And this was just a cover that I noticed on eBay. I thought it was pretty cool. They wanted some, it was like in a 9/8 slab when I saw it first. And I was like, wow, they want like, it was like $200. I think somebody was just playing a game of seeing how much they could get for a slab of this book. And I was like, no, I'm not going to pay that much. I looked it up, found a raw copy for $3. Okay. But I thought it was just a cool cover. And it's like one of these versions of Robin where he's a girl. Well, he's not it's a girl Robin, I should say. So we are Robin number 3. Don't know much about this book. Just thought it was a cool cover. I like these yellow covers. And I just thought this was a kind of cool one. And I'm not even sure what the name of this Robin is. It's from 2015. I forgot. I remember there was a female Robin at that time, but I just forgot her name. So that was a pure cover buy. I just thought it was a cool cover. The next one, actually, though, so that was modern. Now we're getting into Bronze Age. This one is kind of a cool book. I was hanging out with the guys on Friday. We always hang out and we talk about different comics, and everybody shows kind of some really unique ones. And one of the comics that was shown by Nate, actually, from Hall Yeah Comics, was this one. And he was explaining that it was a one-off story. It just sounded like a cool book for the story and for what it was. So this is it. It's first issue special. Okay, that's the title of the series, number 4. And there was actually a bunch, like I think it ran like for a bunch of issues. It has some pretty weird stuff in it. But this is probably one of the cooler books within that title. And this is Lady Cop. Now, this is the first appearance of Lady Cop. And basically, she's a female cop going up against big bad guys. And, that there's disadvantages when you're a woman going up against bigger men. And that's what this story is about. It's kind of a realistic portrayal of a true story. So, that sounded like a cool book. So this is the first appearance of Lady Cop as well. I think it's also her last appearance because it's kind of a one-off story, but I thought it was interesting. So this is a first issue special, number 4. And actually, when I looked this up, I thought, oh, it must be a cheap book. I think Nate got it for free. But when I looked it up, actually, people wanted a fair amount for this book. I think I paid $20, which was on the low side for this book. There was an auction and I was able to get it for, I think it was a little under the $20 mark, but definitely a cool book. So yeah, Lady Cop, first appearance. Okay, so that's modern. Now we're into bronze, and now we'll go into silver. So I don't even, I like this title in romance books. They have some pretty cool covers, and for some reason my comic shop, ding, if you want to go that way, they had a crazy deal. Like it was like 80% off or something. It's just like really affordable versions of these books, and they're graded. Basically I think it was like basically the cost of the slab. Like they were really inexpensive. And it was like 2 from the series, this first romance. And I thought these were kind of cool romance covers. You get this girl crying. It's always a threesome thing where it's the the guy with some other girl, and the main girl's either running off or standing in the doorway, shocked or something. One of those situations. I'm not sure who did the cover. It doesn't say on the slab, but this is from Harvey Publications, 1956. This is an early code book. Kind of an interesting one. So this is First Romances, and it's from Harvey Publications. Now, I'm actually curious. It's always called First Romance Magazine. It's First Romance Magazine. This next book is also from the same title. This was also on sale for the same ridiculously low price. This is Golden Age, though, and it is First Romance Magazine, number 14. I just thought this was a good one, too. Another good one. This time it's a threesome, but it's the other guy seeing what's going on here. So you got, what is it? All her life, she'd been one of those untouchables, lonely, love-starved girl. Now suddenly she could be desired, adored, but for a price. Too late for love. And it looks like this guy's ready to do some action here. He's got his fists all clenched. He's ready, ready to maybe beat up the guy that's kissing the girl. So yeah, this is from Harvey Publications, 1952. It has Lee Elias, Bob Powell, and Jack Sparling art inside. So kind of a cool book. I'll show you the back as well. And the reason I picked these up, both of them, I thought they were in reasonably high grade, like 7.0, solid grade for a Golden Age book, especially romance books that were often mishandled by the females that would own them. Like usually these were read by girls. Girls were not necessarily the best to do their comics. So I thought these were quite nice. Okay, got a couple more to go. So we're kind of working back in time. So that was 1952. Next one is one that I picked up from Heritage. And I didn't realize that I actually had this book already. But it was such a great deal. I was like, oh, I kind of picked it up. And yeah, I don't know why. I overspent on this one too. The funny thing is, actually I got it from eBay. But the original owner bought it from Heritage. And they originally had it listed at $200. And I was just watching it because I thought it was a nice cover. I didn't realize I had a raw copy of it. So I have a raw copy of this book. And they lowered the price to $100. I was like, oh, that's a no-brainer. I'll, half price. I think they paid like 70 or something like that. It's like, I really overpaid on this one. But it's a cool book still. I already had it, but this is a nice presenting copy. So this was A Date with Judy, number 30, and just it's a great beach cover. And you got when I asked Oogie to act more mature, I didn't expect him to become the fatherly type. So he's like, helping these little kids make a sandcastle, and he's being very fatherly. I just think it's a cool swimsuit cover and beach cover. You got what is this on the back here? Given boys, girls, lady. Given. That's weird. Boys, girls, ladies, men. We give you cash for premiums. And you got to sell all this junk, or probably they usually have you selling some junk thing, and then you have to. Then you can win prizes if you sell enough junk. So this is from 1952. It's just a cool book, and it's actually really presents well. I can see a little bit of damage along the spine. That's probably why I got the 5.0, but nice copy. Okay. And last book, so it's a bit of a shorter video, is one that I've wanted for a while. I had this like sort of on my watch list on eBay, and it's one of those ones where like I have a bunch of books that I'm watching. I probably have about I'd say like at least 100 books that I'm watching. And what I do is like when I have a little bit of extra money, I'll gradually tick off each of these books that I want to purchase but just don't have infinite funds. If I had infinite funds, I'd totally buy them all. But you know, because I don't, I you know, hold off a little bit as much as I can. And this was one that I thought was really cool. Um, it is actually the first in the title, even though it doesn't say that, but it is the first in the title. This is Boots and Her Friends, number 5, which is actually equivalent to number 1. The numbering system is always weird in these things. So yes, this is Boots. Now Boots is interesting because some of the covers were done by Alex Schomburg, unaccredited, but they were done by Alex Schomburg. And I just always thought her covers had a lot of really great Good Girl covers. Kind of a cute character. She was a character from the Pulps. And she actually made her appearance much earlier than this. I think in Funny's number 1 or one of those books where she's like, you know, fairly early comic book character. But it wasn't until much later, like this book, where she actually gets her first titled comic. And this is from 1948. So this is from Standard Comics. And it says, Edgar Martin's story and art. So just a really cool one. I kind of like the style of Boots. And I thought this was a really cute cover. I'm trying to get the run of Boots. I'm pretty close. Pretty close. I think I'm only missing 1 or 2 issues now. I think it's 1 or 2 issues. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little reverse history of, you know, going from the modern back to the golden age of Good Girl covers. I hope you enjoyed that. Stay tuned. There's some pretty cool books coming up in the next videos. Stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this one. Bye for now.